Hey, welcome to Main Offenders. This is Tyler Morrison with Tom O'Donnell. We're back in the studio, and it's a cold night in Canada.
It is. It's friggin' brutal out there. I'm trying not to swear as much on this one. The last episode, we swore, what was it, 203 times?
Yeah, like we had a
Which
talk.
is,
We had a talk before we even recorded. Say, hey,
yeah,
let's
let's
maybe
tone it back.
keep the F bombs to a minimum. Let's try and appeal to the sponsors, And
Yeah,
lo and behold, I go to edit the podcast today, and the app that we use, you're able to search words. So,
yeah,
if Tommy accidentally says the N-bomb or
yeah, which
whatever,
happens all the time.
you
Yeah.
know, we insert it and we just cut it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I searched the F word, the dreaded F word, not the fun F word, just the regular one.
Yeah,
And yeah, I think we said 203 times in the last episode.
203 times. That's more times than in the entire Scarface movie in 1 hour.
Was that not the record at one point?
Yeah, well, we smashed that fucking record. There's number one. That's the only one.
The record from Scarface? That's how Blink-182 got their name?
Blink-182 got their name because Scarface says fuck 182 times in the movie. Is that split up between me and you though?
Yeah, it's not just you. Like I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just me. That's good.
Being bad as well.
That's always. You're being a bad boy. Well, you got to think about like where we swear a lot, but think about where we're from. And like I'm a welder. Everybody in my shop, every sentence, there's at least 7 fucks in there. You're from Bracebridge. Your family's all white trash.
We're rural Canadian.
Yeah, we're rural Canadian men. And that's what we do. We don't know how to explain ourselves.
No, you say the F word. You
say fuck.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Fucking as a thought pause,
Yeah. And everyone kind of understands what you're saying. I think if I went into work and I wasn't swearing every other word, no one would understand what I was trying to get across. And communication is a big thing in the welding trades.
They would think that you were hacked.
Yeah.
Is it an AI clone of Tom O'Donnell?
Is Tom an AI robot now? Yeah. A liberal AI robot? But yeah, who gives a shit? We're doing our best on here. We're trying.
I don't give a rat's ass.
No. Fuck getting monetized. Monetization is like, I don't know.
Monetization is how they control you.
I just don't even know what that is.
The only way to monetize us is through Patreon. Patreon.com/Tyler Morrison. Main Offenders tier. The new Main Offenders tier is available for you to enjoy. $3 Canadian. We haven't put a tariff on you guys yet to our American fans.
30 cents American.
We have not put a tariff on you yet to the American listeners. We love you guys. We hate what's happening to our countries.
I was drinking with 2 American lads when I was in Mount Tremblant. My girlfriend was skiing. I went and found a nice little bar called Fat Marty's. I went in there and I started drinking. Yeah. I went in there and I was drinking. These 2 kids are sitting there just ordering fucking doubles back to back because our dollar is shit. So they're just having a good time. I was just so jealous. You know what I mean? It's like they're fucking partying in the Dominican Republic or something. They're in Canada just whooping it up.
Yeah, they're fucking your girlfriend for a bar of soap.
Yeah. It's okay, honey. Just go with them. We need the money. The baby needs formula. You can go ahead.
I'm down bad. I'm down bad.
Ask them if they have any chips when you go over there. Yeah.
Were you like, see, yeah, how was Mount Tremblant?
It was all right.
Yeah. It wasn't
No.
too formal for you?
Not really. It was just the right amount. I lied to everyone at my work and said I was sick. So I can't be posting this one up on my Facebook. This one will be in Instagram only Instagram only post.
Every episode you out yourself for skipping work for another event?
For another fucking sweet event.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was at the Diddy Freak Off last night.
I was at the Diddy Freak Off last night. Fuck.
And boy, is my boss gay.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we stretched the truth a little bit. I wasn't in Mount Tremblant, actually. I was sick. I'm just trying to make my life look a lot cooler than it actually is.
We all do that online. It's
just for the podcast, Look at me. I've never been skiing before. The only believable part of that story is that
you've hit a few slopes.
Yeah, that I was fucking drinking in a bar called Fat Marty's. That's probably the only believable part.
It's not even a bar. It's just a guy named Marty's garage. He's just a fat fuck.
He lives in Kitchener. He yeah.
He's got a box of wine.
Yeah. Yeah. The Americans, I pulled that from, he had Fox News on in his garage, so, we were swearing at the TV. So that's kind of like drinking with an American, I guess.
Sounds like drinking with your dad.
Yeah.
Your dad loves Alex Jones, eh?
Oh, you're fucking right. He does. He gets right in. Well, he's actually kind of looks like Alex Jones.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So he's
I call him Jan B. Jones.
He doesn't think he thinks it's a mirror.
Yeah. This guy's saying exactly what I'm thinking.
Early onset dementia.
Just loves it. Well, you can't really pull the rug out on Alex Jones. He said a lot of shit that came true. It was just that Sandy Hook thing that came and bit him in the ass. And he got sued for a lot of money for that.
Well, I mean, he's got sued for more money than he has, right? So it's what is he supposed to do? But he's probably got it all tied up in corporations and stuff, and he's probably in an okay position.
Yeah, he makes a lot of money.
If you're smart.
Selling fucking weird vitamins to people over his...
America really is a different beast. We don't have that in Canada, We don't have that type of...
The closest thing to that we would have would be like Jordan Peterson, maybe.
Yeah, but he doesn't have... I don't know. He's not selling pharmaceutical drugs online, is he? Maybe he is. I don't know. I don't know how far he's fallen.
He's brain warping people. I'll tell you that.
I thought it was so funny how... Actually, I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was kind of lame how they chased him off of Twitter. I don't know if he's back on, but he was off.
Oh, he'd be back on. He'd be back on now.
Now that Elon's running and gunning, but they ran him off there. Remember that when it was the plus size model was on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Did he call her fat or something?
Yeah, he said that she's not attractive because that's what he said. It's like,
no need to be a psychologist to come to that conclusion.
Well, I don't know, man. Like, obviously, he's never got a gummer from a fat chick before, because
yeah. The hell are you talking about, Peterson?
Not so fucking smart now, are you, Peterson?
Not so fucking smart.
Who's the genius now?
Yeah.
That's
rub all the icing of a Boston cream off on your hog and just let her go to town.
That's actually the only Sports
Yeah.
Illustrated issue that I had that was stuck together from the icing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that was dangerous. I think that that was irresponsible of the magazine.
Almost like they're trying to do it to get somebody to say something.
Well, that's it. Like that, they're trying to make a point or trying to be cool or edgy or contrarian, whatever you want. And that's of course someone's gonna say something. What do you
Yeah.
wanted someone to say something? I
Yeah.
just think like it should be harder to get onto the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue than it is to get into the swimsuit that you're wearing on the cover. That's
Yeah.
that's pretty much that should be the
Yeah.
rule, okay? But yeah, they always do shit like this. I see all this stuff. Serena Williams crip walking to Kendrick Lamar's song at the Super Bowl halftime. And
Oh, really?
she's got a white husband, but I guess she was doing it to get back at Drake, who used to pipe her, And
Used to pipe Serena Williams?
yeah,
Oh, really?
yep. He was
This sneaky little fuck has been in everywhere, hasn't he?
he gave her the grand slam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Drake's he's covered some territory.
Yeah.
So she was on there dancing like an idiot. And I don't know the whole feud between her and him. He might have been talking some shit, so I guess that's why she was doing it. But at the same end, like she had a sister who was gunned down in a drive-by by a Crip, and then she's doing the Crip walk on national TV. Yeah, I think that's pretty ridiculous. That's some low life level activity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your own sister.
Yeah. Drake probably piped her too.
This was old. That was a long time ago, like 2003. So I don't know, man.
What, the other sister that plays tennis? I thought I would have seen that in the news.
No. Not the sister that plays tennis. A different sister. So Venus and Serena Williams are the tennis sisters. But then there was another sister that
who didn't play tennis, who played dice, and she got fucking. She got a hot hand in a dice game, and she fucking paid for it. That's for sure.
She killed in a drive-by, and that's what happens, kids, when you don't go to tennis practice.
That's what happens when you're out on the street playing dominoes. You're gonna get it. They all fall down.
Yeah, so I thought that was a big story, and then they keep showing pictures of like her husband's like the whitest, like palest guy out there with like no shirt. You could tell people don't like the interracial relationship the way that they're tweeting about it. Could you imagine your sister got murdered by, I guess, like, I don't know, by a biker or something, and then you show up to Christmas on a fucking Harley?
On a Harley? With a cut on.
Show up to her funeral on a Harley.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little strange. I don't know. Kendrick Lamar in the crypt? He's affiliated.
Yeah, he's embraced.
Yeah.
Kendrick bell bottoms. Pull this up. Images.
And they're like bedazzled.
He looks like a fucking dink in this.
Weird fashion trends are coming back now, eh?
Oh, it always happens, yeah.
Bell bottoms have went out of style and came back into style like 4 times since I've been like 12 years old. It's weird.
I think they just don't make him in his size. He's a little guy. He's like 5'6". So maybe
get your fucking pants hemmed, bud.
He just didn't have a chance to get a hem.
Yeah.
You gotta get a hem before the Super Bowl.
Like, take him over to your granny's house and get a hem.
Yeah.
The hell are you doing?
Don't you have a grandma?
Probably not.
The,
I remember getting my pants hemmed at my grandma's house, and she'd always fuck them up. Be going to school and fucking those, what are those called? The water waders or whatever.
hip waders?
No, what do people say to you when your pants are too short?
Oh, yeah, waiting for a flood.
You waiting for a flood?
Flood pants.
Yeah, because I get your sister so wet. That's what I used to say.
Yeah.
She's a splasher.
Yeah, flooded with pussy.
Flooded with pussy. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't connect the dot on that one. Hip waders? What the hell am I talking about?
No, hip waders are, that's like the boots that you wear, right? When you're fishing, like,
When you're like
fishing in the river.
Yeah, like fly fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me.
That was one of the greatest movies of all time, by the way. The Brad Pitt movie, A River Runs Through It.
He gets murdered at the end for a gambling debt.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Make all your bets at bet@361.com. The
Brad Pitt. You imagine getting 90s Brad Pitt trim?
Oh, dude, Brad Pitt was banging Mike Tyson's wife while Mike Tyson was champion of the world.
Yeah. What kind of balls do you have to do that?
Or how good is that pussy that you're just willing to risk it all?
Risking that.
Dude, imagine
somebody that can ruin your face, which you make millions of dollars off of.
Mike Tyson, Iron Mike Tyson, Kid
Back
Dynamite,
then, too.
the Brownsville Bomber.
Yeah. You fucked his wife?
Dude, and like, Tyson...
I would go into hiding if I did something like that.
Tyson rolled up on him, too. Cause
you would never see me again.
Yeah, it's wild. Brad Pitt, he got lucky there, man.
Hats go off to you, Brad. Way to go.
Love Brad Pitt.
Me too. We have a funny story about Brad Pitt, actually, don't we? Did you ever hear that story? Mike Wilmot told it. It's his buddy, I think his name was something Connolly, was an actor.
Oh, it's Tim Steves told us this one.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mike told me too, yeah, but...
What's the story?
So, his buddy, Tim Steves and Mike's buddy, he was an actor. I think his name was Tom Connolly, maybe? Tim Connolly? Yeah, something like that. But, he was an actor, and he moved to L.A., and his agent at the time was like, well, welcome to L.A. He's like, anything you want to do, he's like, let me know. He's like, it's on me. You can go out for your first night and have some fun. He's like, I'd really like to go to that Red Hot Chili Peppers concert. And he's like, done. He's like, I'll have a limo pick you up tonight and take you to the concert. He's like, sweet. So the limo pulls up, and it's just like, he goes to get in the back, and it's just clouded with like weed smoke or whatever. It kind of like dissipates, and he looks, and it's Brad Pitt is sitting in the back of the limo. He's like, I guess we have the same agent, something like that. And Brad Pitt's just smoking doobies, and he had really long hair. I guess it was around the time that they're filming
Legends of the Fall.
No, I think it was the vampire one.
Interview with the Vampire.
Interview with the Vampire. I think it was around that time.
Yeah.
If I can remember correctly.
95, 96, around. Maybe, no, 94.
Yeah, somewhere.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so I guess Tim didn't really smoke weed or whatever. But he's like, I'm going to a Red Hot Chili Peppers concert with Brad Pitt. He's like, I'm going to get high. So they smoked a bunch of joints together, and they roll up to the Chili Peppers concert. They go backstage, and he said that these two like models from like GQ walked up to him and Brad, were like, and didn't even say hello or anything. Like, so you guys want to get your cock sucked, or And he said Brad Pitt looked over at him, and he looked over at Brad Pitt, and he was so high that he couldn't do it. He's like, no, and he's like, just come back in a little bit, ladies. Just come back in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh yeah, perfect.
You feel like Dumb and Dumber at the end when the bus pulls up.
Yeah, pretty much, eh?
A bunch of bikini models.
That'd be crazy though, just moving down there your first day. That's the shit that's happening.
Oh yeah. I mean,
And obviously no one knows. I don't even know this guy's real name. Is it Tim Connolly or Tom?
I think it's
I don't
Tim.
know. Maybe he put his career up his nose.
No, I think he's got a pretty good career.
And then he went on and he partied with Brad Pitt. He got addicted to opiates, and that was the end.
No, he had a good career.
Yeah.
Tim Conlon.
Tim Conlon.
Is it Conlon? Yeah, I think so.
Or Connolly or something. Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Conlon. Yeah, he was by all accounts, he's a gem.
Mm-hmm.
If you're good with Tim Steves, you're good with us. I'll tell you that.
You're effing A right.
Yeah. I mean, moving to Hollywood, all of a sudden it's just like you're getting blowjobs and
Oh my God, this never happened in Saskatchewan.
this never happened in Stratford.
Yeah.
Wait a second, it's just a dude with a wig.
I mean, my acting coach fingered me a couple times, but that was about the extent of it. I had to take it, or he said I wouldn't be a star. Turns out he was right. Oh,
have you ever been to LA?
No, I've never been to LA once.
It's
just weird. Everyone back in Brighton, I went back I don't know, probably about 6 or 7 years ago for a wedding. My buddy Mark was getting married, and a couple people came up to me and they're like, "Tom, what are you doing here? Thought you lived in LA." I'm like, no. Waterloo, but
you should have just lied, man.
Yeah. Sometimes I like to come back and visit the little people.
LA is I mean, there's some cool shit in that city for sure. I mean, but there's a lot of homeless people there.
Oh, really?
Ever since the fires.
That was kind of like a purge.
Yeah. It's I don't know.
I heard it. My dad's been down there, and he's telling me that it's strange because he thinks you think oh, this is gonna be glamorous and blah blah blah. And he said, yeah, there's parts of it that are, but a lot of it is Skid Row.
Yeah, you have a bit of both.
He said Hollywood is not what you think.
There's
would be.
Yeah, it's broken up though. You'll have a really nice house, and then you'll have a house that's abandoned, and I think that maybe that financial collapse in the
there's no middle class in Hollywood, eh?
That's what I think.
You're either rich as hell or eating pigeons under the freeway. There's no.
No, it's Anyway, I've had good times in LA. I love that grimy Sunset Strip. That's good times. The Comedy Store and Rainbow Room.
Did you ever drink at Whiskey A Go Go?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yeah,
How was that?
It was cool. Yeah, like I said, I like that Sunset Strip. All the old haunts. It's good trashy nightlife. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you enjoy it. We'll have to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, fucking pack a bag. I mean,
I'll bury everyone at the Comedy Store.
Doesn't have all the glitz and glamour of
Welcome
Waterloo.
to the show. Yeah.
You ran into your neighbor, you were saying, though.
Yeah, I
Girl-
ran into my old neighbor. He is I'm pretty sure he is homeless. He got rent-evicted. Uh yeah, he's a good lad. We used to have a couple beers back in the day. He pissed all over my bath mat the one day, and then I
Ooh.
kind of had to put some distance between us. Even though I do that every weekend, it's like I don't
Yeah,
want to
but
clean. I don't want to clean up someone else's piss.
yeah. You had to dub the Unforgiven.
Yeah, like I do it when I'm sleepwalking. He was like up, coherent, and everything, and like I think he was just drunk. I'm like, or did he do this on purpose? Because there wasn't one drop of piss in the toilet. The bath mat lapped it all up. I'm like, what the hell's going on? But I seen him down at the beer store, and he has a great big old booze horn on him, and he's like, "Oh my God, Tom, I haven't seen you in so long." He's like, "Hi," and I'm like, good to see you, buddy, blah blah. And I went back to get my beers. I came up and he like whispered to me. He's like, "Buddy, do you think you could lend me $2?" And I'm like, "Oh, I don't have any change on me, man." And like I showed him my wallet. I don't carry change on me anymore.
Yeah.
I showed him my wallet. I'm like, I don't have anything, man. But I'm like, what do you want? Like, do you want me to get you something? He's like, just a can of liquor would be all right.
Hey, could have had his pick of the litter.
Yeah.
Could have had any type of
you could have got a Miller High Life or something. You know that, buddy? And then,
decision making not your strong suit. I see how we got here. First of all,
rent or 36 beers.
Hey, buddy, there's a couple bikini models that want to suck us off. You want to go get a blowjob? No, just a Laker is cool.
Yeah, just a Laker is cool.
Hey, make her a Laker. Make her a Laker.
Yeah. So I went up and I grabbed him a 6-pack of Laker Ice, and I bought him that, and holy shit, looked like a kid opening up a Nintendo 64 at Christmas, for fuck's sakes. I'm pretty sure I made his whole day.
I mean, that's big time, eh?
He looked like he was gonna cry over a 6-pack of Laker.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. You're like Ty Pennington out here making dreams come true.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Ask for a Laker and you get him sick.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Tom's really loaded.
Yeah, I'm killing it these days.
He sees you. I thought you lived in Hollywood now.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's weird when you see someone that you know that's homeless. Yeah, all of a sudden, like they just made all the wrong choices,
and you're like, and you don't want them to hit them up. You don't want them to hit you up with the, "Hey man, do you think I could crash on your couch for?"
Yeah.
I would just pretend I had an aneurysm and drop right on the floor right there and do the.
I love that song, "One Bourbon, One Scotch, One Beer" by George Thorogood.
Oh,
he's trying to get his buddy to let him crash his place.
Crash his place.
And it's like his wife doesn't want him. It's like, she acting funny. It's like, I know. Everybody funny. Now you funny too.
Now you're funny too.
George Thorogood is that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I ran into a guy that I grew up with. He's a couple years younger than me. He'd be my brother's age. And I ran into him, and he is definitely homeless, cracked out, methed out, whatever, in Barrie, Ontario. And he just
cracked out, methed out, you busted.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking guy, he pops up like just wild-eyed, like ah. I'm just like, holy shit, dude. And I say his name.
Yeah.
And he computes him. He's asking me for money. I'm like, man, I know you. It's me. I saw he got really spooked. You know what I mean? They don't, you don't want to run into someone you know when you're
probably treating him like he was an actual human being, which a lot of people don't. It's actually sad when you think about it. But
I was like, I was like, listen, I'm gonna give you some money, but seriously, where's the fucking meth, dude?
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
that was the same.
Drop me off a little parcel in my fucking mailbox. You know where I live.
They used to have this. What's it called? He ran away too. He ran away from me, which was kind of like, oh shit. But he kind of reminded me of Rick Moranis' character in Ghostbusters when he gets possessed by the is he the gatekeeper?
Yeah,
He's the
yeah.
gatekeeper. Yeah, looking for the keymaster, and he's running around like he's all crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
that was he reminded me of. But that was the same area. Downtown Barrie's pretty bad for drugs and stuff right now. But they had this place where they had stand-up shows. And I was doing stand-up there one night, and I fucking killed. I was so...
Of course.
I'm up there just slaying it.
Chicks are trying to get me to finger them after and shit because I'm so funny.
But I walk off. I'm leaving, and as I'm walking out, my car's parked about a block away, and I'm walking. I don't know if I've told this on the podcast before, but fuck it. I'm walking down towards my car, and it's a dark area, and there's no one on the street except across the street. There's this shelter, and there's this homeless dude standing outside smoking. He's got a drink in his hand. He's just eyeballing me all the way up and down, all the way down the street, and I'm just like, oh no. I know he's gonna say something, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Oh fuck! I just came off stage. I'm on a high from killing. I feel so good. And then it's like you run into your high school bully or something. I'm thinking, oh no, don't engage. And all I hear is him just go, "Hey, you want to punch in the fucking head?" I just look at him. I go, "No, thank you."
No.
And then I just start power walking to my car. Yeah. Power walk all the way to the car as fast as I can. I'm just doing the math. Like, I can get to this. I got a baseball bat in the fucking car. If I get to that bat before this guy can get to me, we're good. And he didn't take off after me. But, like, all I was thinking when I got in the car was, man, if I had a bomb, I would have beat the fucking shit out of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's totally it. Like, if I had to come off stage and was having a bad night and some fucking homeless dude starts yipping, we're going.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm taking it out.
Yeah.
Getting in a bum fight after bombing in a fucking hot dog bar.
Well, that's what you gotta do, right? Did I tell you the one story? My buddy lives right downtown Kitchener, like right across from City Hall. And I was drinking them one night, and I went back to his place to have a nightcap or whatever, and I got accosted by a homeless guy out front asking me for money and shit. And I said no, like I didn't have any on. I usually do give the money, but I just didn't have any on me. And there wasn't a beer store handy where I could get him a 6-pack of liquor. So I just said no, sorry. And he called me a broke ass bitch. I'm like, holy fuck, eh? And was like being fucking rude and shit, right? I'm like, okay. So I go in, have a couple beers with and I'm already pretty drunk at this point. You know what I mean? I go out, he's got like a balcony where you go out and smoke and stuff. I went out there and I'm smoking out on the balcony. It's like probably an hour and a half later. Who do I fucking see standing at the bottom of it? Was that fucking same homeless guy. And guess who had to take a ripping good fucking piss? Me. So I fucking whipped my dick out through the bars and I fucking started pissing on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, shouldn't have talked shit, dude.
Yeah. Guess who's the broke ass bitch now? Covered in piss.
Penthouse to the basement.
Yeah. That was hilarious. He was like threatening to kill me and stuff. I had to spend the night at my buddy's place there.
I can't leave here.
Thank God he's got a controlled entrance.
Oh yeah, that's bad. That's
yeah.
bad. That's funny as fuck though. You know, they're unpredictable, these guys, and that's
Yeah.
part of the charm. There's this homeless dude used to like panhandle in my town, and he was always hanging out outside Circle K, bugging people,
Yeah.
and Circle K was tired of this guy. Like, he wasn't allowed to be there.
He's like
He's,
Jay and Silent Bob.
he's a nuisance.
Yeah.
He's a nuisance. But I was nice, and he recognized me from being on TV. I'm like, oh yeah, you saw me on Roast Battle, did you? He's like, no, you're on that cable access cooking show. Saw me on some
Yeah.
cooking show that I had to.
I don't have cable, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, saw you on Cooking with Shar. I'm like, oh, cool, man. Anyway, so I took him for breakfast. I took him to Tim Hortons, got him a breakfast sandwich, being a nice guy, And then
Yeah.
he's like, hey, can you take me over to get some smokes? I'm like, yeah, fuck it, why not? Take him over to get some smokes. He's like, hey, you got any? I only got
Hey, you got any smokes?
I only got $2.
Yeah.
Can you help me out with I just need I don't know how much more fucking it was. He said like a handful of change. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like,
Yeah.
here, just get some fucking smokes, right? And he's like, oh, can you give me a ride up to the hotel there? They're giving me a room for the night. I'm like, sure. So I drove him to the edge of town and left him there and fucking.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I fucked him and killed him.
Yeah. That's what they're there for. Yeah. So he's dead.
He is dead, but it wasn't me. I didn't do that.
I love that in Dirty Work. That's how Norm MacDonald just ends the movie. Because he's like, what's he talk? His Chevy Chase was his doctor, and he was a bad gambler.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and we got the money for Dr. Fitzsimmons or whatever the fucking his name was, but his bookies killed him anyway. So he's dead.
Yeah.
And then the movie just ends. I'm like, what a fucking classic way to end the movie.
Man, Norm MacDonald is the funniest. He was so good. I loved Norm, man. He was the Weekend Update host when I was just starting to really want to get into comedy. I was in like 8th grade, and I was starting to create my own comedy and like write comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the host, and he was like the best host of all time. So I was fortunate to grow up in that golden era of comedy where you have people like that are like at the top of their game. And he just happened to be that guy, and he was just so good. So the tape recorder, note to self, that's just that was just always funny.
Note to self was hilarious.
Get cream to remove giant wart from my asshole.
From my asshole.
Or whatever he was saying. Like, it's just there's just so many funny moments. And I remember my oldest daughter, she wanted to watch Saturday Night Live sketches before bed, so I'd pick certain sketches for her to watch.
Yeah.
And sometimes you pick ones that you probably shouldn't show your kid.
Woo,
There is this one sketch. I don't know if you've seen this one before, Tom. It's called the Polar Bear sketch. Have you seen that one?
I probably have, but I don't remember.
So Norm MacDonald wrote the Polar Bear sketch. I'm pretty sure he wrote it. And it was when Adam Sandler and Chris Farley were basically getting pushed out of the show. The media
got fired.
Yeah, they got fired from the show or like let go. But they're about to be movie stars. They're already becoming movie stars at the time anyway. But the media was being like really hard on them, I guess. So their last sketch that they did together was this Polar Bear sketch, and basically it's Jay Moore, Tim Meadows, Norm MacDonald, Sandler, and Farley, and they're standing outside a polar bear cage, and and they're talking shit to each other, and then one guy goes in the polar bear cage, like, dare me to go in type thing, and he gets killed by the polar bear. One by one, they each end up going in for some stupid reason to try and save the other guy, and they all get just killed by the polar bear, and it's just like shooting blood at the screen. It's the David Duchovny hosted episode from back then. If you were looking for it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I believe I have seen it.
So anyway, in the sketch, the Tim Meadows and Norm MacDonald have an argument, and Norm MacDonald's like, says something smart, and Tim Meadows starts calling him Mr. Dictionary to dismiss him. Okay, Mr. Dictionary, and Norm's like, Mr. Dictionary. Anyway, he's like, that's the what he keeps calling him in the sketch.
Yeah.
Or it happens a couple times, and then anyway, my daughter watched that sketch. She loved that sketch. Wanted to watch it all the time. When Norm MacDonald died, the day Norm MacDonald died, I was about to go pick up my kids from school, and I saw the news, and I was so upset. And I think Norm is the first, maybe only celebrity that I actually cried when he died. I was standing outside my kid's school, and everyone's looking at me like I'm fucking weird. I'm fucking crying because Norm's fucking dead.
Just the kids. The kids are so beautiful.
Everyone's looking at me all suspect.
Yeah.
And I pick up my kids and I'm driving and I'm pretty upset. And I just they're talking about Norm on the news, and my kids are like, "Who died? Who died?" And I'm like Norm MacDonald. He was, I started explaining, and Madeline, she's like, "Who?" And like, she just doesn't know who it is. I'm like, Mr. Dictionary.
Mr. Dictionary. That's hilarious.
Norm's reduced to one of his most ridiculous throwaway characters.
Yeah.
It's the only thing my kid knew him for.
No, that was brutal too, man. And he didn't tell anybody that he had cancer either. It was just kind of like when I first heard it, I thought like, oh, what the hell happened? Like, you get in a car accident, or like, oh no, yeah, cancer. I'm like, really?
Yeah. He had cancer when he was younger too, and then it just sort of he beat it, and then it came back later on in life. But I mean, I didn't even know that he had cancer, but it was before he was famous that he was sick originally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Norm was
nobody cared.
Norm was so funny, man.
I remember when Chris Farley died. I was pretty young too then. I was pretty upset about that. We all watched Tommy Boy and shit. I was probably only like 7 or 8 years old, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a brutal one.
Yeah, that was tough. He was a lightning rod. He was just he was unreal.
And I was reading his like years later. I have his biography in my room there, and I still haven't finished reading it. It's been about 12 years.
You'll learn to read one day.
It's set.
Yeah. I looked at all the pictures.
Yeah. No, there's just one creepy story in there that I don't know, just kind of sad. It was about, he used to hiss in cups when he was a little kid because he didn't want to wake his dad up and get yelled at by his dad. And I used to do the exact same thing. I would bring a cup into my room and piss so I wouldn't wake my dad up at night if I had to go. Because I didn't want to get yelled at.
But Farley didn't drink them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you got to get rid of the evidence somehow, TT.
Remember,
I think I was up pissing all night.
When we were kids, we tricked my brother into drinking piss. We pissed in a cup and told him it was apple juice. Oh, buddy.
Really, eh?
The shit hit the fan. Oh, big time, man. Big time. We got in so much trouble. My uncle.
But if you don't know that it's what, like, You'd have to have tasted piss before to know
No,
what it
you
tastes
know
like.
it's not apple juice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then everyone's laughing.
Yeah, you know.
And okay, I guess.
We're
Yeah.
immature as fuck, dude. My cousin Jeff and Hayden and I, we all had a good laugh at that, and then Dylan's fucking freaking out. We have a big fist fight. And it was at
Yeah.
our next door neighbor. She was a very nice lady. But my uncle started dating her after he got divorced, and so he moved in with her. So like my uncle was living next door, and he's the best, Tom. But he was dating this woman, and God, help her, because my cousins are living there now, and then my brother and I are the neighbors. She's got 2 daughters, and they're just not cut out for the type of bullshit that we were up to as kids. We were, little bastards.
Yeah.
And I remember we were mad at her. We were mad at her. Her name is Brenda. I'm not gonna make a fake name. Brenda. I really like Brenda. She's a nice lady. But Brenda got us in trouble one night because we refused to eat her hamburger helper, and it fucking sucked, Brenda. It was bad, dude.
You suck, Brenda.
No.
You suck, Brenda.
Brenda's cool, but the hamburger helper was not cool. And but my uncle was trying to score points, right? So he made us sit at the dinner table for like hours because we refused to eat any more of it. And so everyone was mad at us. And then the piss thing had just happened too, and that was at their house, the apple juice thing. So we wanted revenge on Brenda because we knew she was kind of pushing for him to reel us in.
Yeah.
So one day we're having a cookout, having a little cookout on the back deck. The barbecue's going, hot dogs, hamburgers, and Brenda was she was really savoring, or she was, how do I put it? She was just looking forward to a big juicy burger,
and basking in it all day.
Couldn't wait for that burger. I remember it. And
I did 300 extra steps today, so I don't feel guilty about eating this delicious, delicious burger.
Oh, she wanted that tasty burger.
Brenda.
She wanted that tasty burger, dude. And so we this is back when, do you remember the original Super Soaker water guns?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So these had just come out, and some idiot, probably my dad, decided it was a good idea to get them for me and my brother. And so we had the Super Soaker with like the green top full of water. And I'm pumping this fucking Super Soaker all day. So there's just so much pressure. It's just tight as fuck. Like it was like loading a musket the last pump, right? And we're waiting, and we're underneath the deck, and we're watching for Brenda when she gets her hamburger.
Yeah.
Time it just right and pull the trigger, and I shoot the fucking Super Soaker right through the crack of the deck, and it hits the bottom of Brenda's hamburger bun and explodes the fucking burger in her face.
Yeah.
She went fucking apeshit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, we never ran so fast in our life.
Yeah.
Oh, Brenda was flying. Like the mullet was fucking in the wind, man.
Flapping in the wind.
She was on us. Buddy, she looked like Texas Tornado, Carrie Von Airy coming down to the fucking ring. Just flying full tilt. I would even wager to say Ultimate Warrior. That's how mad she was.
Yeah.
You know, Ultimate Warrior would run to the ring. Just
full fucking steam ahead.
Hair flapping. Shaking the fucking ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that relationship didn't last much longer after that. That was probably maybe what ruined the relationship is the Super Soaker. It was up there. I don't want to take full credit, but I got
a good Super Soaker story. I had one when I was a kid living in Nova Scotia. My cousin Crystal came down, who may or not be named after Crystal beer. We don't know. My uncle was pretty heavy into that shit when he had her, so we all think that he named her after the Labatt Crystal.
Oh,
But
that's
anyway.
the best beer ever, by the way. Labatt Crystal is underrated. You find yourself some Labatt Crystal, you enjoy it. It's a unicorn.
Yeah. It's hard to find, actually. You have to special order it from the beer store and shit.
Thunder Bay,
But
man. There's a bar up there that has it. We Thunder Bay,
that's Tyler
Ontario.
Morrison, where you can get all the Crystal Labatt Lager.
I hear Porter Air flies to Thunder Bay. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. But I had this super soaker, and I was a bit of a sadistic little fucker back in the day. I would catch grasshoppers, and I was taking the grasshoppers and I was putting them into the tank of the super soaker and just letting them die in there, right? So my super soaker, it was filled with like probably about 100 dead grasshoppers, like the top chamber of it. You know what I mean? And my cousin Crystal was down, and I filled it up with water, and this thing probably had 2 weeks worth of grasshoppers sitting in the top of it, and they're like rotting, and it stinks. It's not good. So I filled it up with water. We had gotten in a fight or something like that, and she was sitting up on the porch with my grandma, and I came up and sprayed her right in the fucking mouth with all this with the rotting grasshopper gut water. And then my parents didn't even, they're like, you filled it up with swamp water, didn't you? It was like black. It was gross.
Yeah, they don't
like
know
not
what it is.
like not yeah, they don't know what it is. And fucking yeah, she like threw up and shit and like got a migraine. She's really prone to migraines.
Oh yeah. Do that to a grandma.
Yeah. Don't steal my fucking Stretch Armstrong and this shit won't happen. You know what I mean?
FAFO, grandma. Oh yeah. My grandma was hilarious.
Did you ever murder animals when you were a kid? Sorry, I didn't mean to shut you off. Were you a frog killer? Grasshoppers weren't safe around me.
A little. We did it a little bit. I don't know. I wasn't really that type of violence. I was more. I'd rather get in a fight or something. But I remember going to like the beach one day, and there's an older kid who had a BB gun, and there was just like, I would say like 100 dead frogs everywhere, and it was like fucking disturbing seeing that as a kid. I remember I didn't really like that. I didn't think that was cool.
No. We had like a thorn tree out back of our place in Nova Scotia too, and I'd catch the grasshoppers and just stick them on all the thorns. So you go out and fucking, I got in trouble for that. My parents thought I was going to be a serial killer.
I mean, you fit the profile, dude. The grasshoppers, that's straight out of Silence of the Lambs.
Some weird shit.
Yep. That's
Don't let your kids watch rated R movies, folks, or they'll turn out like me.
You're talking about your grandma. It remind me for some reason of one of the thing that my grandma did. My uncle, when he was I guess he would have been like 18 or something. He was going to his job. He was working a summer job, and came home from work, or he was at work. He goes to get his lunch, and his lunch is gone. Some fucking guy stole the lunch, right?
Ooh, that's brutal.
Eating his lunch, right? Next day, same thing happens. He's fucking pissed, right? And then my grandma's like, "What's wrong?" You know, he's like, some guy's eating my lunch at work. She's like, "Don't worry about that." She goes, "I'm just going to make you a second lunch, okay? So then he can have the one and you can have the other. Because that's how nice my grandma is, right?" She goes, "But make sure you eat this one."
Oh.
So she goes and gets my grandpa's ashtray, just full of fucking cigarette butts, and loads up a sandwich, just all cigarette butts.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah,
who knows what else was in it? For sure, just all cigarette butts, loads it up, and sure enough, this guy at work just starts fucking puking, and he's so fucking sick he had to go home. He was done. He was done. Never made that mistake again.
My dad.
That's
Yeah.
worthless.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. That would make you puke right away too.
Oh, dude, that's the worst if you just grab like the wrong beer bottle and take it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My dad, the one time, he's telling me when he was in like just starting off in the military, they're staying in like they're away on a course or something like that. There was this guy that they all kind of picked on and stuff. He was a little fucking dweeb, you know.
Oh yeah.
So this guy would order himself a pizza like every night, and they had to go out and do something at night, like something for the course, and you get it beforehand, so he had it when he got back or whatever. Well, they came back into like the barracks before him, and they were like just eating his pizza every night. Like this guy was trying to hide it and everything else, and they would find it and fucking eat it.
Assholes.
So the one night, the guy like grows a pair. He orders a pizza, he eats it, and then he fucking took a great big shit in the box, and then he fucking he goes and he puts it in the fridge, and fucking they come back like, oh yeah, look at this, you're gonna get the pizza and take it out. And my dad was holding at the bottom of it. He's like this. He's like, oh, it's still warm. Open it up, and there's just a great big coiler of shit.
That's so good.
In the pizza box.
But they ate it because they thought it was Domino's.
Yeah, I thought it was it looked like Domino's.
This episode brought to you by Domino's Pizza. It's the best.
It's shit.
And Schaefer's Construction. We got to give the boys a shout out.
Schaefer Construction. If your wife packed you a lunch, throw that shit out the fucking window. Yeah. We don't want any homemade sandwiches in our truck, especially if they're made by a woman. Man, you're working for Schaefer's. Yeah, you're working for Schaefer's. All you're eating is pepperettes and gas station monsters. So fuck off. There's work to be done. We don't fucking need you sluggish from a salami sandwich all day.
And if you have a company, go ahead. Do you have more? Do you have more to say?
No, I'm good.
That was a pretty good promo. Listen, if you got a company you want to sponsor Main Offender, send us up. We'll give you ad reads all the time, all day long, just like that.
You're good to go. Yeah,
you know, we're unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you check us out. March 20th. March 20th.
We're going to be at the Grand Trunk Saloon down here in Kitchener.
Yep.
It's a really nice bar, actually. They did a really good job. They have the best food there, too. Got fried chicken, pizza oven. It's the best.
Nice. And then March 21st, Belleville, Rattan Barn. I'm going to be there with Jeff McHenry, our boy, star of Letterkenny, star of Stage and Screen.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be headlining Yuck Yucks Toronto at April 3rd to 5th. I'm headlining Downtown Club, Toronto, Yuck Yucks. So coming out for the big Wham Bam. Make sure you follow us on social media. Go make sure you drop us a comment, rate, subscribe, share the episodes. Go to the Patreon, patreon.com/Tyler Morrison, new Main Offenders tier. It's cheap as fuck, and support the boys. It's all, uncensored, ad-free episodes, early access to episodes. There's going to be bonus episodes, extra content. That's your place to be for all things Main Offenders. We don't trust YouTube. We don't trust any of these platforms. We trust no one.
No, you can't these days. Fucking put a tariff on you.
This is a podcast of the people, okay?
This is for the people, made by the people, for alcoholics.
And, we need money for Tom's new bowling team. They just canceled Tom's bowling team. They wouldn't let him.
They canceled my fucking bowling team. Yep.
Why'd they cancel it again?
Not fair. We named our team Bowling for Columbine.
You can't have that name.
Showed up to the bowling alley with trench coats on and Slayer t-shirts, and
KMFDM.
they didn't think it was funny. Yeah, what a bunch of pussies. So we named our team Three Fingers, Four Dudes instead.
There you go.
Which
Three
is a little
Fingers,
bit.
Four Dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be league champions.
We are. We won last night. We started off the night with a fucking W.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So support main offenders, support the bowling team, and fuck around and find out.
FAFO.